fine. So we are hoping to be very fine. She Ballon d'Or, first of all, Mr. So team ya. Emma win if say a individual award, but then hinged on player no team performance. In Tiswasha, Obi Obeje Ballon d'Or Nibiano will give credit to the teammates born or the born in the lead up to say season berry ye no abaye juma. You see, and now no pay. Madrid for no any almost every Madridista like Pep say almost they believe in the conspiracy theories, you know. Any the acclamacy of more Ebabeka. You look at it and you don't even fault them so much. Because up until Saturday, Madrid for no believed strongly. And the regular practice for the Ballon d'Or, and this is from Julian Balek. I know because almost every time a Messi we need a Ballon d'Or, they are done photo ops weeks before. Almost close to Messi news or budget. And then just by mere thoughts and as a feeling, somebody, they knew. They had been told to an extent, as clear cut, but more indication, somebody, Ballon d'Or. So Madrid knew. Said they were close. Vinicius Jr. Ballon d'Or. In fact, Vinicius entourage knew. Minimum call for they flew from Ghana to go and watch the El Clasico in Spain, and then went ahead to France to go and wait for Vinny to come.
From Ghana?
Yes. And Ghana for me and Nigeria for.
Oh, okay.
I'm very, very close to a friend they say Vinicius Jr. Who is a musician Davido. Who is very, very close to Barca boys now. And some of the legal team for been are close to them. And all of them, the other indication, some Beji Ballon d'Or. So in their heads, Vinny Beji. But to make a cogent argument of near question, first of all, near person can say Madrid Nibia and make any point say, the three criteria: individual performances, decisive and impressive character.
Jeff, Mr. more criteria, more fabbing to Facebook in Shawans 4.5 Fabna. As Fiifi go truly now.
Individual performances, decisive and impressive character. First criteria.
Okay.
2, team performances and achievement. 3, class and fair play. And say Osha Vinicius Jr. individual performances. I think say Adia Bakwa Nipa Bebri. Aka say Vinny throughout the season was probably good, but baby awanya is the point of call Copa America, but he didn't perform. But on the other hand, so we the conversation around Rodrigo Cascante Hernandez. People also believe strongly say there was not a particular day Rodri and then won a game for Manchester City. And the Madridistas can go on and give you a lot of examples. 1, according to them, Vinicius Jr. in the first Super Copa against Barcelona, she hat-trick Emma Madrid. In the season-defining moment, Anna Girona Edio Machipe Girona Peso Moji Trophy. No, Vinicius Jr. had scored in that game, gave 2 assists, and then separated Omo from Girona and Girona 82nd. No. Now in the Champions League, from the quarter-final, Okoye at Etihad against Manchester City got 2 assists. The game went on to penalty shootout. Madrid qualified. There was Rodri Cascante in that team. Obabe Boy against FC Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena. It was Vinicius Jr. that really stood up, turned the game on its head for Real Madrid, took them straight to the semi-final. And Obabe Boy in the final, scoring and assisting. And in 2 consecutive finals of the Champions League, Vinny had scored. There is a conversation of, in terms of individual performance, near specific games coming in and then delivering, being the poster boy, quote unquote, of Madrid, getting them to do their job. Now, the biggest question mark on Vinny in the lead up to Sa Ballon d'Or was the Copa America performances.
Shambolic.
It was not good enough.
Some of the criteria, the Ballon d'Or criteria, no. the Fifi a kind of sian here 20 unzu betimi aba
and
no kan bi.
you're good enough. But on the other hand, for Spain, Rodri winning Euros now. The other argument again, may catch us say Madrid in India catch us a conspiracy theory baby and Fortuna. These are the reasons I'm giving you, and they are valid in their eyes. Say Uko onto the part of Rodrigo Cascante. Madrid for say. So also Rodrigo Cascante. Boy, I see Spain edge Euros no any other adini. For them, yes, in terms of the competition, he was adjudged the best player. But in the Spanish team, even here, say the post-match of South final, we all said no. Fabian Ruiz was very important in Spain team, and maybe he should have been the player of the tournament. People did mention say Lamine Yamal was instrumental, Nico Williams was instrumental, Dani Olmo was the highest scorer of the Euros.
But all these discussions mean now, the technical team say. On the entire tournament, it was a certain Rodri.
Yeah, nobody's disputing that. And I don't think that Madrid for no a dispute is sad, you know. Omojitum. Exactly. And Omo decided man.
Okay.
If you go to the English Premier League, Madrid for is a main country will say. Nintia Moka say, Madrid players now not being professional. Vinicius and show class. Some Komoko ceremony. They will not go because they believe strongly say in the English Premier League. Yeah, let's take the top players of the English Premier League. Best player. PFA Player of the Year nominees Rodri Cascante, Abrante friend Phil Foden. He was with him at Manchester City. Manchester City last season. The best player for Manchester City was Rodri, was Abrante friend Phil Foden. So the club on your best player. English Premier League on your best player. He was not the best player there. Champions League. Not part of the team of the season. No, on the best player of the Champions League. UEFA Men's Player of the Year going to Erling Haaland. So, say Madrid for catch us say, "Omo believe say bibi akoche our baby." Don't make you look like they are crazy people. Emo bi antena bi nka say, and a Madrid for no carry to mu behave sa, ade to mo yes ade no. In any case, say, see these are the issues they believe say omo madwin mu no. Ade e ma asem no kwampo ye big deal for them. They say Clarence Seedorf stood in front of the cameras and said say he believe say the issue of the Super League between Alexander Chefrin and Florentino Perez and Ama Vini and the disadvantage in winning the Ballon d'Or. It's for them. But this is Clarence Seedorf. From Madrid fan on Nam Kwahon, the Abeka say assumption. From Clarence Seedorf. Clarence Seedorf. He's not just a mere person. It's for them. There are real reasons for them to believe say Vini was winning. And on him. Rich, do you believe what he has said? Say Rodri is the best player, and you can't see before this award, best player in the world. Rodri never win this one.
Kofi.
It's a simple question.
Yeah, man. Also, be some simple question, but sometimes I think, you're fair to goalkeepers, defenders, and then midfielders. At any time beyond game, game changes are. At the end of the day, what you train, what cover ball, not but me now, so him say, this Rodri guy we are talking about, maybe a Man City, you have a Haaland, you have a wine, but at the end of the day, so Rodri in this city team, will be only impact.
Great, no problem.
The impact and you feel it's he's not part of Pep team,
no problem. But
the very the award commander, amount for you. I
don't think there's a okay somewhere to change quality. Then maybe now.
Sometimes they are a game changer. Game changer.
Rich. I don't know the most important currency of the game.
Goals.
Exactly.
But we be defend.
No, you see, you understand. That is why anything for a defender. I say the more mono, ebro be a more muscle. I say yeah. You see, the Ballon d'Or is essentially about stories. 2022, Messi ewo the Paris Saint-Germain all for Paris for. Now the performance ain't extraordinary. Now all for Argentina. Ediamako the Qatar World Cup in 2022. Just in 6 to 7 games. Now Messi edged the World Cup for Barca. It was a storyline that you could not even argue against. And it was just 6 games, the whole season. some set of competition. It was an excellent storyline. But in talking about midfielders, any other, Jorginho in 21, and we need everything at the disposal. We need Euros League, or we need Champions League, but all to nothing. For me, Vinicius Jr. yes, no deserves of Beji. Rodrigo Cascante yes, no deserves of Beji. But we are Madrid in you, Barcelona, so Udin Komana. Put it at the back of your head that instrumentally it's about people's choices. Say journalists who have been asked Rodrigo no better amano. Also, your Barcelona so Tinchena can say, oh, Madrid for did not show class. Understand that they are fans of Vinicius Jr. and they'll consistently be there, but essentially comes down to the vote of the players. But Rich, finally, winning the biggest winner of a ceremony, no. And now, Nipa no the biggest winner of the ceremony, and now, Richard winning back. And now, biggest winner in Madrid Kumo. Or Madrid, why Jesse Nibi? In this award of Vinyanya, Nako award to Manchester City, no. And I branch for the killing Tony Mbappe. For him, a lot of the people in France believe that he came to Madrid probably a year or two too late. And in Vinicius Jr. Ballon d'Or, he becomes the de facto face of Madrid. Now as you see a Vini Enyano, he gives Mbappe the opportunity to really stamp his feet at Madrid and then show himself next year and probably go on and go with it. You have seen Aurelien many Eduardo Camavinga, all the Madrid boys, in solidarity with Abrante and Vinicius. Nobody has seen that of Mbappe. Okay. His entourage will ask him to be calm, wait for it, or you're the bigger winner of this one, and hopefully next year. And do they only say at the end it's about voting perspective. This is where we are. I mean, your co-voting is that's all.
Well, Insurance of 4.4 FM, according to Vincent Garcia, or the chief editor of France Football. Now, I tried to be Mekai Ansana, Besma Kosu Ayala, and so Asobatonim. I see Vinicius Jr. surely suffered from the presence of Jude Bellingham and Danny Kaba in the top 5 because mathematically, that took away some points from him. This also sums up Real Madrid season, which had between 3 and 4 players, and the journalists shared their decision between them, which benefited Rodri. According to Vincent Garcia at Massa, and Odisadi at the Atu Ada, and said, I have pennies more again. The more to power. Because more Madrid team na Casano. Who players wait to be. If the journalist not to Abano to be I mean, so it affected more Casamo candidate Vinicius Jr. and the man Rodri a benefit here. So I'm not opening that something happen. Good morning.
Good morning. First of all, not a very, very nice ceremony. Yeah. Of course, the organizers for they know how to organize events. The glamour, the host, the hostess, the red carpet, the cameras, the legends that were present, the light, stage, Bibia was spot on. And the organization of the event in Ankasa, super. Now, Rich, me were fundamental problem with the voting system, and voting, and how consistent they could be. And said that you're too strong a point. But I will make it I say I agree with my thoughts and my reasoning now. But first of all, say usher all the winners of their order. May I sure say Lamine Yamal winning the Copa Trophy. Now Obia expect say Obi winning. Among all the competitions for the Yakshin Trophy, Emiliano Martinez deserve so winning for club and country within this period now you can want some no problem. The year in retrospect, and falling within the year now, you bought a man World Cup, and within that time, you more a man national team competition be a giddy. Now, which this is where I draw my basis and I can build on for all the analysis numbers I'm here. Coach of the year went to Real Madrid, Carlo Ancelotti. Coach of the year. Women's team of the year went to Barcelona because they won everything, including the Champions League. But a member team of the year didn't go to any of the international teams, say the Spanish national team, it went to Real Madrid. The problem is say Osha Omo voting now. And me say Omo Adomo Facebook meeting me out as well. Those who vote Omo vote Rich Omo to about for the men's Ballon d'Or and Ballon d'Or. They are also in the same category for voting for one year coach of the year and the team of the year. So if we want to back here, we are Richie. Ujidi say within that same year, De La Fonte or the Spain, Aji, Euros, also Derby, I don't know the best coach. Scaloni, Adi Argentina, Aji Copa America, also you know the best coach. Name Carlo Ancelotti, and the best coach. Simply because he won the Spanish La Liga and the Champions League, and you think that is enough. Say I was winning the coach of the year. You think Real Madrid is the best team within the same duration because Real Madrid energy the Spanish La Liga and the Champions League, and you think say you're good enough to win the team of the year. Rich, say if that is your thinking pattern there, then I believe a Real Madrid player should have won the Ballon d'Or. Meaning say make a what am I saying? Sanka Anna De La Fonte, and we need coach of the year. A Spanish national team, Argentina national team, and we need team of the year. Then I would understand okay from Omo to Abano. They are preoccupied to say so. Say we have to know because there were international tournaments in terms of priority and points. There is an international tournament, I was shooting club football for the year. And see all the other votes Nicole. Then I would have understand if a Real Madrid player does not win the Ballon d'Or. Number 2. Rich, you see, Omo creating the impression on social media say who be a one with him say Vinicius and deserve Ballon d'Or now. Then only football they should stop it. And we know be a and only football. Okay. Rich Argentina make us Real Madrid as a club didn't choose Vinicius as their player of the season. Real Madrid as a club, they didn't vote for Vinicius as their best player of the season.
Vini no who did it.
Yes,
Vini best player.
The evidence is there. You can put it there. You can go to realmadrid.com today and find out who they vote as the Mamu 5-star player of the season. Real Madrid as a club, I say, Jude Bellingham is the player of the season of Real Madrid when they did their internal votes. La Liga, MVT, Jude Bellingham as the player of the season of the league. This is the evidence. Omo Mushe Facebook can watch it. It is Jude Bellingham with a Mahmoud 5-star trophy, which is given to Real Madrid best player of the season every year. And say, the other picture now, you could see the write-up. Jude Bellingham was awarded Real Madrid Mahmoud 5-star player award in 2023-2024 season. The English midfielder won the award thanks to a spectacular first season at the club. This is it. And Vinicius didn't even win the best player within the club. Why do you think, sir, if someone goes out there and don't vote for Vinicius Jr. as the overall Ballon d'Or winner, who say the person bias and you see racist, I'm sorry. I want that George Weah, Ronaldinho, Ruud Gullit. Black men have won with prestige. Who see racism out of France in the Ballon d'Or. They should forget about that argument. Now, Rich, you remember this season, you know. Na omaji Spanish La Liga, na omaji Champions League. Medical culture say in the Spanish La Liga, the player of the season of the whole league was Jude Bellingham. In the Real Madrid team, the player of the season of the team was Jude Bellingham. In the Champions League, check the number of player of the match. Jude Bellingham won the same number of player of the match to Vinicius Jr. The only difference is that Vinicius Jr. won the overall best player in the Champions League. And people are saying, say, because Vinicius, and we need the best player in the Champions League, it is enough. Say, I was saying, yes, say, Vinicius Jr. is the best player.
City, if you know, Real Madrid fans say, okay, so. Sasana Tedia. Say the Rodri no so no city on the same thing. Or your movie best player, yeah, you know.
Good. That is why until I say nobody should hold the opinion say and Vinicius bet right to have won it. And say well we near yes see award yes see obia. I am saying say the award was as open as BBR. And vote, you know, it doesn't go into all right to say, sir, it is so obvious. People are making it seem, say, it was so obvious Vinicius should win, and they won't win. That is not the argument. Now, Rich, for a bench here from Rodri, look, Ballon d'Or Fia in Share FM. The day we did proper analysis and vote, who won? Wasn't it Rodri? You can't say, okay, we are talking about Fia insider. Wasn't it Rodri? Now you see, it is true, say, Rodri was not in the Premier League team of the season. And okay, he didn't even come close to the Premier League player of the season for Wambamumpo. But Rich, we put back the criteria for why and I also winning the Ballon d'Or. And tell me which one and Rodri and ticket. The Premier League Awards is also awards says the Ayaka was a year. But bring back the Ballon d'Or criteria. Not going one by one. Nakasi say within the year you reach those person Ayaka was a Rodri and take any of the box. Now Rich.
Jeff, Monsan fan to subim na. Yeah, so take box is 3 now.
Criteria is simple.
Okay.
I want to say the first criteria you need to pass, and say, I want to say individual performances, a decisive, and I want to say impressive character. Rich, within the year now I can 17. Everything Man City and Spain national team, tell me if Abanti for the Rodri, the individual performances were from Anna. Or you're decisive in the team about both for club and national team, and doesn't he have an impressive character? People watch their criteria and they think that it is only about your football that you play.
As a character to count.
But the character account. So the antics of talking to referees, any antics now, Kimi Chachiba Amatro, no what to form, as if say you don't respect him, and all those things. It goes into a journalist head or talk about you about the ball on the ball and go for swim ball on the ball. Or you're impressive and I say, or you're impactful on the team and go for the same thing. But some help character Ebia and India Medibama way ahead of honor. It could be number 2. Team performances and achievements. Rich.
What team
performance and achievement. Does Vinicius have more team performance achievement than Rodri? No. Rodri won the Premier League. Within the same year, won the FIFA Club World Cup.
Now we are.
Within the same space, won the Euros. With the Spanish national team, and about team performance and achievement. Vinicius, and then the team Rodri within the same year, I can watch them. Now, when it comes to class and fair play, it is linked to the character. Very, very linked to the character. And for me, Rich, maybe I think the award wasn't the Vinicius birthright. It wasn't. And the last message I already is as if saying how I was going to conclude. Look, Real Madrid presented 2 or 3 players na omo bay ade and it was always going to split omo votes any day we are no ma be siako na medema no sikra no. Rich, I am very, very, very happy say if you are china kwa e be di Ballon d'Or hon komo no, we will have the opportunity to bring defensive midfield role as a very, very important role in football because of Rodri. And come and say, probably Abia Gibiano, we are too obsessed about one attitude, one nation goals, and we forget these people. And on the end of the day, he has been produced by Pep, who have played that role, who have put significance on that role, but has never gotten to this level of telling the reason say a defensive midfielder is a very, very important role in football. And to me, what do we know? We know. The only excitement, so it gives us the opportunity to one day have a discussion about roles in football and say, at a point in time, defensive midfielders also we need Ballon d'Or, and the signature to say you can't football in here, and my year 2 or says debia about omo to chino omo bosulia and omo goals sometimes omo balance so very, very important, and it was created by Uref and Pep Guardiola. Rich.
Okay, Bismarck goes to Ayala. I mean, I say now. Adieu. Ballon d'Or.
Richard, good morning.
Good morning.
On say ye award beyond. Na ye the criteria, but say win ye pay. When you are going to be satisfied, ye the award in my manner. Let us stick to that.
Finito.
Then stick it to our criteria. No? And that has been my problem with Ebi and Kofobi. Okay, bra, ye can't see a pet coach a day criteria by your Kofobi. Once I'm better, I can. Because Otuado clearly didn't meet the criteria. And surprisingly, Omo a route for Vinicius Jr. No? Some of them say Otuado didn't meet their criteria. They said it. Because the other two was here, they put coach. Otuado clearly he didn't meet it. And it's a criteria no what they are. Let's stick to the criteria. The new criteria ni enfan judges o di pakrono o deserve and also deserve. Any other thing is outside the criteria. And no, it doesn't matter. The other can be outside the criteria, doesn't matter. You see a phobia, Soldier phobia. You will be award this height. You will be also say you will be on a 9 and tariff form. You will be a say. Your first hand name money na the phobia. We say Argentina will be on a 9 tariff for Bobia. Will be on also meet his height. To be also Argentina unconsidered. Because there was a criteria. Say you follow criteria and strictly there. Then we must know say certain things are here outside the criteria and it doesn't matter. Unless of course person catch them say they bet me a bend the rules here and there to accommodate 1 or 2 things. But say then clearly some of the arguments for me that's not even arise. As far back as 1999. No say Kufo year together as Kufo now that I know Obama by Munich or Germany. Or the league, Echo Champions League. Echo Lusu Champions League, you know. That time no biasi Kufo na beji Africa. And we Africa crowd. African football of the year. Yeah, the man one kukano. You know why? Because between the two of them, so we share the omo contribution to the cause of their national team. Nakanu was ahead of Osekufo. Of course, all 2001. Then you can make an argument for Osekufo because El Hadji Diop the man in 2001 no, didn't deserve it because Kufo at the Bayern Munich winning Champions League, you know, at the omo at the Bundesliga were winning as a Intercontinental Cup with Bayern Munich. And 2001, Mekai Bra Awards in Bekosono, Kufo ready Crawford said the man. Dana, what dress ya kotra Dana no omo Dania de Nema Haji do for Senegal. And obey the organ. I didn't obey the organ because we knew the criteria they select to be. The always say you can't tell me so be a year wrong when you don't know the correct answer. They be aside me count.
That's
it. You can't tell me somebody is wrong if you don't know the correct answer. So mark work 1 + 1. No, 4. You mark 4 as wrong because you know 1 + 1 is not 4, it's 2. Yes, and it's not the end. Yen share criteria and let's ask ourselves frankly say what the Rodri Jr. Not Vinicius Jr. Why no betting box mine? Not a betting. Individual performance is decisive and impressive character. You can't individual performance. You can't individual achievement with clubs and so on. If you saw with the Vinicius Jr. now with the Rodri Jr. One abefano. No, I'm asking those who are making an argument for Vinicius Jr. as one. Let's not attach emotions or other things to it. Let's stick to the criteria. I'm sure. Rodri for Manchester City, and I'm reading from because the best stars be Rodri for Manchester City. So Rodri. Ebobonibia. Manchester City has not lost as many as 34 Premier League matches. Rodri Roma. Huh? Omu we need 27. I draw 7. Rodri free mu baku peno. 4 matches at Manchester City boy no. Omu we need 1. Lose with 3.
Absence.
Say Rodri Bobonibia in 52 top flight appearances in Manchester City lose so much. 52 top flight appearances American. 42 wins, 10 draws. We are Premier League now. From 2003, 2004 onwards, successful passes for Rodri is 3,359. Successful passes in opposition half near 2,122 in a single season. 12 goals, 15 assists for a defensive midfielder. Then you had the achievement, you know. Mr. Ayala can one for Super Cup and count. Premier League, Super Cup, Euro 2024, whatever. Share Vinicius Jr. for Brazil national team. Never compare Rodri Spain national team and tell me say Vinicius the impact for Brazil national team no. Bro, Rodri Spain national team now. Bro. No. Vinicius Jr. Then or the Brazil national team etimi aje. I don't know between aje. I don't know between no aje. Oji Champions League La Liga. I said Ayala can. Even the year can Jude was voted as the best player for MVP for La Liga. No. Why you support Copa España? But he has struggled with the Brazilian national team. Said you say Kufo struggled some years back. I had man one kukanu. Yedima I had you off no. Vinicius Jr. has struggled with the Brazilian national team. Omu Copa America tournament of Brazil because he's saying. Because he's saying.
Basa.
Yeah. And see, I didn't know how. Me and Tref and Chain, the criteria nini. So we'll say Vinicius Jr. and the Desabia. Tell us why. Or the Brazil RGBB. Or the Brazil RGB. What would be for club and Nukwanyo? Yeka 3. And never me and Sunny Yeka. Yanka 2. Yanka 1. Yeka me and Sunny in our boom near the
club country. Yeah. And then Shubai as a player.
Catch him say Rodri the Parks no baller. Never Vinicius Jr. Switching the Parks no baller. Why no order to my party? Why? So Rodri Jr. no baller. na Vinicius Jr. so John Obobola. Why that super paddy? Vinicius Jr. is always complaining about one thing or the other.
I said Bruno Fernandes.
Complaining all the time.
He never complain.
Why that super paddy or park no so? Enti me. I mean, who where this argument is coming from? Say, I said about Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. say, yeah, cut 2014 as some yeah, this season. They cut last season. Last season as some yeah, can't this year. Last season 2014 as some yeah. And tell me say 2014 no. Vinicius Jr. yeah, this in Rodri. Tell me.
Okay. Any of you Clemente and so at the end no. Imrana, Emedi,
I think this you have to be fair to Vinicius. We need a Spanish La Liga, we need a Super Copa de España, we need a Copa del Rey. Also, we need the Champions League.
But if you have idea how power,
you see, about voting. To me,
more camp no more.
Madrid for no more.
But I am Madrid for your man.
They don't me.
I didn't think some boycott.
I'm boycott. I'm so muntimimba.
And you know, oh,
na.
Senka Vinicius Jr.
No, this is the story behind the whole thing. Nike I sponsor Vinicius Jr. an official kit when. Omunina no me worried with Madrid because they didn't know exactly the echo. On Sunday, Norma prepare a big celebration for Vini close friends here and there. And they know that almost every year, they will know somebody winning and someone winning. They expected. And to do away with all the disappointments, some decided someone go. See that to be a big deal. I a party for one and a for.
I ready to go.
On my parties are the whole of the night. At the Abetiama Ballon d'Or, we saw Kojio. I can't tell the Real Madrid players and say, so Koji Ballon d'Or on the bar. Or yeah, specialized Rolex watch. Now the amount all the teammates. So we are debut be so Vinicius J Ballon d'Or and on my Rolex we are one IDM. You think the disappointment is easy?
Yeah. You see, in terms of Neymar Rodri, Carvajal won more for club and country.
So I want to map in us and the bum say.
Exactly. Anytime I just say,
on
your case, Vini,
three key candidates.
You see, exactly.
Which will be at the tree.
Anything I make a say, Obi Casa Vini Beja. Let us respect them.